Big games in the NFL that shape playoff implications in the AFC and the NFC. Find out who won the NBA's inaugural in-season tournament and a discussion of the crazy moves made in the MLB offseason. All of that coming up on SportsBuzz. Welcome to this Christmas edition of SportsBuzz. We got a hot show for you today. That's Ryan DeFranzo. I am Brendan Capozzi. We had a lot of interesting games and interesting news that shook up the sports world this past week. Welcome to SportsBuzz. It's Jared McCabe. I'm Brendan Capozzi. If you love sports, you are here for the right show because we got amazing sports to talk about. We're going to start things off in Viva Las Vegas between the Chiefs and the 49ers. Here we go. Welcome to this edition of SportsBuzz alongside Jared McCabe. I am Brendan Capozzi. Jared, we had a lot of amazing matchups across sports. Let's get right to it. Alabama and Georgia competing for the SEC championship. Two of the most legendary coaches going at it once again. Georgia is going to get the first score of the day. Kendall Milton, a 17-yard rushing touchdown. Bulldogs up 7-0. Second quarter, 1st and 20. Jalen Milroe to Jam Miller, the 28-yard touchdown. Bama is up 10-7. We go to the fourth quarter. Carson Beck with the rushing touchdown. Bama is up 20-17. Late fourth, Kendall Milton is going to get his second rushing touchdown of the day. Georgia is down 3, but Jalen Milroe takes the game into his own hands. A 30-yard run to ice the game for the Crimson Tide. The number 8 seed Alabama defeats the number 1 seed Georgia Bulldogs. 29 straight wins. The streak is over for Georgia. Alabama clinches a spot in the college football playoff. Coming up, will LeBron James add an in-season championship to his already Hall of Fame legacy, or will the young talents of Zion Williamson, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Tyrese Halliburton play spoilers? All of that next on SportsBuzz. We need to talk about the biggest acquisition of the MLB offseason, and that is Shohei Ohtani. Original reports came out that he was on a flight to Toronto. Those reports are false. Shohei Ohtani, 10 years, $700 million to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Ryan, give me your thoughts. Thank you to all of our amazing crew here at SportsBuzz. We are so excited for the next chapter. Ryan DeFranzo, Brendan Capozzi, see you in 2024.
365 days ago, the Sacred Heart women's basketball team was looking to have a bounce-back 2022 to 2023 season. The team added 3 new first-year players, and one of those players was point guard Ny'Ceara Pryor from Baltimore, Maryland. Ny'Ceara knew Sacred Heart was the perfect landing spot for her.
For me, I always wanted to pick a college that not necessarily wanted me, but needed me in a sense. And I think Sacred Heart at that time, for me, I just wanted a very close-knit family, and I think that was the one for me.
Right when Ny'Ceara stepped onto campus, she made an immediate impact on the basketball program. She knew she had to be a leader from day one.
I always, been the type to be that leader, so it was just very important to me to step into that role because you're that freshman, so it's kind of hard for, older people to understand you in a sense.
Ny'Ceara's leadership was noticed by head coach Jessica Minetti. Within the first 4 games, she was named a captain as a first year. Minetti credits her with setting the culture within the program.
She's a relentless winner. So for us, we were like, hey, we need to build our program with this great new culture of young kids. We need to build this program with this great new culture of a winning mentality, and she's the one we wanted to do it with.
When Ny'Ceara was named captain, teammates Sajeda Bonner and Olivia Tucker couldn't be happier with the news, as they both knew that Ny'Ceara set the team dynamic early on in the season.
Every single game, those 4 games in, she played the same way and was the same person and gave everything possible for the team to win. And that stood out to Minetti and it stood out to me. We want to follow her lead in everything that she gives on the court and the type of person she is.
She came in as a captain a few games into the season because Coach Minetti recognized how awesome of a leader that she would be for us, but she holds everyone to a very high standard as well, and we've kind of formed this culture around her and the players that were already here.
With Ny'Ceara's leadership from day one, there was immediate success within the program. For the Sacred Heart women's basketball team, they were able to punch their ticket to the Northeast Conference Championship game versus #1 seeded FDU on March 12, 2023. Ny'Ceara knew this was the perfect opportunity for the team to showcase what they worked for all season long.
I just kind of told my team to just believe in yourself, like believe in yourself and believe in each other, and we're going to get the win. And that's what we did.
The Pioneers were able to return to the NCAA tournament with a 72-60 victory. Sacred Heart made history in the first 4 matchup of the NCAA tournament as they defeated Southern 57-47. Not only was this the Pioneers' first NCAA tournament win in program history, it was the Northeast Conference's first win in the NCAA tournament. It's a Cinderella story that will forever be talked about.
It meant everything. Like, I wasn't expecting to have the season we had, but like what stood out the most was like our family bond, and I think that's what took us over the edge.
Not only did the Pioneers make history as a team, Ny'Ceara made history for herself. With her awards of Northeast Conference Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and Rookie of the Year, she became the first player in conference history to secure the 3 major awards in one season. She also led the nation in steals and steals per game. These are honors she does not take for granted.
I'm forever grateful. I just think that winning that NEC tournament really just put the icing on the cake, and it was an historical year for me.
What her teammates are going to take away from last year was not only the awards, but the guidance they have gotten from Ny'Ceara to make themselves not only better basketball players, but better people.
She tells us not to take anything for granted, and I really look up to her in that aspect, and she always strives to make sure that everybody's doing what they need to do. So honestly, I do look up to her, and I think she's been a great addition to this team.
With the impact that Ny'Ceara has already made in her first year, she is ready for what's in store for this upcoming season.
Our culture is to win again. Our culture is to play fast and be ready for everything else. So I just feel like I'm very excited for this season and what's to come. We want to repeat, so that's our motto.
The 2022-2023 season was a time that Ny'Ceara Pryor will never forget. However, this is just the beginning for this star point guard as she enters her 2nd season for the Pioneers in hopes of leading them to back-to-back Northeast Conference championships. Reporting from Fairfield, Connecticut, I am Brendan Capozzi, Sacred Heart Sports Media. On November 6, 2022, here at Park Avenue Field in Fairfield, Connecticut, the Sacred Heart women's soccer team was in a battle for the Northeast Conference title versus FDU. Within the first 2 minutes, a season-altering event occurred with senior defender Sofia Germano, an event that would change her season.
I was dribbling backwards, and just a second later, I was slide tackled, and I just felt my knee it just felt like I've never broken a bone before. So it honestly felt like my knee just snapped in half. And I just knew right then and there, I said to myself, like, I'm out for a year.
Close friend and teammate Jordan Bush knew something was wrong right when Sofia went down.
Something about the way she screamed when she fell, I instantly knew, and I remember turning to one of my teammates and I was like, I think she tore her ACL.
Jordan's assumption came to reality when it was confirmed Sofia was officially diagnosed with a torn ACL. However, Sofia had a great support system around her during her long recovery process.
They were just always very understanding, like when I would have a bad day and like other people just didn't understand like what was going on with me, and they never like minimized how I ever felt, which was amazing of them, and I love them for that. My goal was to be there for her the best way I could and to be the support that she needed, and obviously that changes day by day for some people, so just trying to see what her mood was and how to help her the best way possible.
While recovering from this injury, Sofia continued to be a leader off the field, and head coach Matt Micros took notice. He named her one of the captains for the 2023 season, and it was a decision he was happy to make.
She does things the right way on the field and off of it. She's more of a quiet leader, and the kids respect that. She's someone who's come in and played since she was a freshman, and they selected her as a captain, and she's exactly what you look for.
On September 28, 2023, now captain Sofia Germano made the biggest step of her recovery process, being able to step onto the field once again. head coach Matt Micros knew that this is the right time for Sofia to make her long-awaited return.
We said, when you're ready for contact, you let us know. And she said, I think I'm ready if there's a situation that presents itself. And it did in that game.
At the 79th minute, 10 months after a career-threatening injury, Sofia stepped onto the field, and it was a moment that will forever be cherished.
It really made me happy seeing that all of her hard work finally paid off, and last night's only the first step because she's going to be dangerous when she's really back. I can't even describe it. It leaves me speechless to just be back on the field finally, because it's been such a long process.
10 minutes was the exact time Sofia played in her return, but those 10 minutes will change the trajectory of her season as she looks to play a key role in the Pioneers returning to the Northeast Conference Championship game and eventually being the last team standing in 2023. Reporting from Fairfield, Connecticut, I am Brendan Capozzi, Sacred Heart Sports Media.